What up, family? IOBA, my name is TC. It's Friday night, uh, and I'm going to do a little bit of a commentary on this greatest show on earth that's going on right now, the election. Now, I've been talking a lot about it over the last couple of days, I know, but to me, it's really important. hmm It is black. I'm always black, baby. It is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, right? And people sometimes don't understand the connection between healthcare and politics. Kamala Harris at one time was in favor of Medicare for all. Then she switched. This was back when she ran before. Donald Trump ain't never been for Medicare for all. If anything, the Republicans, they want to fuck with Medicare and Social Security. Me being in the age group who use both those things, I'm against that. But at least the Democrats ain't talking about making cuts to Medicare and Social Security. Breast cancer is very expensive. My wife and I just went through it, so I know it is. That's another reason why this election and putting Donald Trump out to pasture is so important, especially in the black community, because we get sicker and die sooner than every other ethnic group. We get sicker and we die sooner than every other ethnic group. They don't want to diagnose right. They don't want to give you the right medication. They just want to pat you on the head and tell you to go home. We live with a for-profit healthcare system. Now, I know Kamala Harris ain't going to change that, but she is less likely. Her and her party are less likely to damage it or make cuts to what little social safety net we have left with healthcare. So, yeah. So I know personally. So when a lot of people get up here and talk about they want to vote for Donald Trump and they want to, they ain't really taking everything into account and how that shit affects them directly and other people in the community. All they thinking about is money. They had more money when Donald Trump was president. I had more money in my pocket. I had the PPP loan. Donald Trump gave y'all a few dollars. Joe Biden gave you a few dollars too. But if y'all really knew where the money was coming from, y'all wouldn't be congratulating either one of them guys. And then if you know how they took it all back from you, because you don't understand, you got to understand the mechanics of money. And at the end of the day, that seems to be the only thing good that they can say about Donald Trump's 4 years in the White House is that they had a little bit more money, or they felt like they had a little bit more money, because the policies were shit. The country was on fire. And y'all seen what happened at the end. It's the same thing Republicans always do when they leave office. They like a bad rock and roll motherfucking band leaving a hotel room. I'm telling you. So it's time to move on past that shit. It's the 21st century. All these old crackers, yeah, I said crackers, all they want to do is fight these stupid fucking wars. And yeah, I know Kamala ain't gonna stop the wars either. I know she's not. Because that's the United States policy. That's the United States foreign policy. So in that regard, it don't matter who's in the White House, does it? The endless wars are going to continue and the bullshit's going to keep going on. And our black kids are going to be the foot soldiers for these endless wars. They're going to use endless war and mass incarceration for population control. How's that? Endless war and mass incarceration as population control. Imagine that. And then they give everybody guns and let them shoot each other in the streets, which is what's happening. And that's not going to stop Democrat or Republican. Ain't nobody doing nothing about gun control, are they? No, they're not. So there's that. You be aware of that problem. You be aware of that game. Then you can make a better decision who to vote for. If you put Donald Trump back in the White House, you can kiss the Supreme Court goodbye for the next 50 years. I'm just telling you. If you put Donald Trump back in the White House, the Supreme Court is you lost that whole branch of government as Democrats, as left-leaning people anyway. The left has lost the whole Supreme Court for the next 50 years. If you put Donald Trump back in the White House, because he ain't going to do nothing but pack it. Just like he did the last time. So, Clarence Thomas going to retire. One of them other old ones going to retire. He going to stick 2 more young ones in there. And he going to get them too. So, you got to realize how much damage will be done if this guy gets in power again. And not to mention all the other baggage and shit they bring with him. And everybody know Donald Trump ain't running for president. He's running to stay out of jail. I don't even think they're going to put him in jail. Matter of fact, Kamala Harris will probably pardon him. I'm telling you. That's how it go. She'll probably pardon his ass. He ain't going to jail, though. But he running to save what? His legacy, his empire. He ain't got shit else to do. To maybe pardon himself. But I know he's running because he's addicted to power. I know that. And the people around him are also addicted to power. And he got these people all loyal to him as opposed to loyal to the Constitution. Right? I think that's what's happening. But you got to be realistic. They did the Patriot Act. When people was talking about the Patriot Act and the Project for a New American Century back in the early 2000s, people thought we was bullshitting. But nope. We living under it right now. With total surveillance state. You can't go nowhere. You can't do nothing. You can't half-ass say anything. The whole goddamn internet's been goddamn, corporatized. You can't do anything. You're just not as free as you were before that 9/11 shit happened. And they put in that, and now that Project 2025, if Trump gets elected, he talked that shit. But I'm telling you, he gets elected and they're going to shove that Project 2025 right down y'all throat. Just saying. Samuel L. Jackson, Spike Lee, who else was out there? Tyler Perry, but I ain't know. Samuel L. Jackson and Spike Lee. These are 2 celebrities. Out of all the celebrities out there, them and Denzel Washington, who, from my generation, who I kind of respect as grown-ass men. They are endorsing Kamala Harris. I understand. I get it. Why they having to do that? Now, the black community, the black internet, the new voices of new black media seem to have a problem with Kamala Harris. You know what? The truth of the matter is, I don't think I'm going to go ahead and say we, because I like to consider myself part of new black media coming up. I mean, I ain't got no big channel, but I'm putting information out there. I don't have a problem with Kamala Harris except that Kamala Harris isn't promising black people anything for our vote. Kamala Harris is a corporate Democrat. Kamala Harris going to keep the wars going. Kamala Harris did a whole bunch of crazy shit when she was in California to black people. When she was, what was she, Attorney General and District Attorney out there, and she was a cop. So she was doing a lot of cop shit out in San Francisco. Yeah. But I think that this is different. This is different. This is the presidency of the United States. I think she's going to rise to the occasion. I really do. There's certain things that are out of her control. They were out of Obama's control. They were out of Trump's control. There's certain things that they don't control that people think they control, like whether or not the United States goes to war. I mean, the corporations need to be fed, baby. And the corporations is all about making weapons and war machines. So the wars got to continue for the economy to continue. Wars are good for business. And every president knows that. So the wars ain't going to stop. But Kamala is, right now, a change that we need. Sam Jackson, Spike Lee, and all of them brothers, like I was saying, I trust them. They endorse her, and I think they understand it the way I understand it. Donald Trump is not fit. He's not fit on a character level, on a moral level, on an intellectual level, on any level to be put back in the White House. Under no circumstances should he be here ever again, ever, for no reason. And it's time for him to go away and his MAGA party, or whatever you want to call it, to dissolve, like the Tea Party. He needs to, I'm just sick of it. I can't stand it. All of this open redneckism. And this goddamn conscientious stupidity. I'm telling you, and willful fucking ignorance that these people have. Shout out Dr. Martin Luther King. So when you're voting, time's getting short. You got to think about that. When you're voting, you got to think about what could be done to healthcare. You got to think about what another 4 years of Donald Trump and the Republican administration would do to the country. You got to understand a new direction that this country needs to take so it can take the world with it in a new direction, what I mean. And you got to understand that certain things just ain't going to change no matter who in the White House. And then you make your decision based on who is morally fit to be there. And it ain't Donald Trump. I don't give a fuck. It ain't Donald Trump. So with that, I'm going to close. Friday night, I don't go out no more, but if you're young and you still got that kind of energy, have a good time. Just do everything in moderation. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by January. And hit the like button. And I'll catch y'all in the next one. TC. And I'm out. Peace.